at 11, about 15-20 minutes ago.
Okay, no problem. Let me see here. Oh, he's not in the breakout room. I think the person who's in the breakout room hung up. So maybe he'll call back in. Okay, that's this one. Peebles did not appear.
I may have missed that. Did you indicate that Martins was having to call back in, Judge?
Yeah, he's not in the breakout room. He must have hung up.
Oh, great. Well, for the, he's in agreement. We were going to ask for a 30-day adjournment. He's actually made a lot of progress, and he's just got to get a big dump trailer off his property.
Okay, well, I'll just give you a new date, then I won't go on the record since he's not here.
Okay, thank you.
Which one? This is for the Max Martin's code compliance case. 30 days at least.
November 23rd at 9:30.
November 23rd at 9:30 work?
Sure.
All right, we'll set it for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thanks,
No
Tom.
problem. Okay, is it Lewis or Lovitz? What is this name? Lewis Peoples will be a bench warrant.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And no one's in the hallway right now, Miss Donnelly. You said what?
Not for us.
Not for us, at least. Or do you have a way of finding out if he's downstairs?
I will also try to make contact with him and get an update.
This is, yeah, we're gonna call the jail and see if he's down there, if he's gone to get his fingerprints done.
All right, thank you.
Demontrace Johnson.
Your Honor, I don't think the city has any further matters this morning.
Well, wait a minute, Mr. Zaleski is back.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Zaleski?
Yes, Your Honor. My client's going to be signing back in. I just talked to her on the phone, and she had an issue that I probably should have addressed with the court. She is, yeah.
Let me get the file back.
Okay.
They can put it around. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I'll just schedule that. All right. I think this guy. I don't remember seeing him. Call me. He can rectify. She got it. Oh no, I don't have it. He's gonna go get it for me. I think he put it away. Miss Donnelly, your client is in the jail right now. We told him to bring him up once he's done printing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. I mean, it's at the jail. He's not in the jail. I should be clear.
I understand. Yeah.
Okay, very well. On the record of the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Joanna Faye Davis, file number 21-02250.
Yes, Your Honor. I appreciate you recalling this case. When I was talking to my client, she has a bond condition that says she cannot leave the state of Michigan. Despite the allegations in this case, she is a lifelong resident of Michigan. She grew up, I know her family. She lived in Mason for a short period of time, but has lived in Okemos. She's a student at Michigan, full-time student at Michigan State University. Her mother has asked her to travel to visit some family members in Markham, Ontario, the 22nd through the 26th of this month, to visit some elderly, I believe some family members, correct, Joanna?
Yes, that's correct.
And so she would like to ask the court if it would be possible that she could make that trip as an exception to her bond condition.
So she's going to Ontario, you said?
It's Markham, Ontario, correct, Joanna?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, the court will grant your request for travel to Markham, Ontario between the dates of October 22nd and October 26th. Please, ma'am, make sure you contact your attorney once you're back in the state of Michigan, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. We'll see you on November 2nd.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. And I think that's all you got, Ms. Bone.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day and have a good day, Sarah.
See you later, Mary. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Take care. Bye-bye.
Did I do all of these? I think I did. I was just waiting for. Donnelly, Mr. Johnson is here. Did you need to speak to him?
No, we are ready to proceed, Your Honor.
You can come up to the table, sir. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Demontre Johnson, the file number is 21-01264. Counsel, can I have your appearance?
Thank you, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Demontre Johnson, who is appearing in person.
Today's the date that's set for sentencing. I do have a pre-sentence report and recommendation. You got a copy of that, Ms. Donnelly?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, do we need to make any changes?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you can address the court before sentencing.
Thank you, Your Honor. To put it on the record, I just would like to note that, MCL 780.811 1A 14, I believe, says a serious misdemeanor under the section for 625 for operating while intoxicated requires there be an accident resulting in damage to another's property or physical injury. There is a rebuttable and because of this, there's a rebuttal presumption that when the Mr. Johnson is convicted of that non-serious misdemeanor, which there is no indication there was an accident in this case, that the sentence will be fines, community service, or some other non-jail or non-probation sentence. Obviously, reasonable grounds for departure can be found and stated on the record. So with that, we just we have no I have no objections to the recommendation. I do believe that a small term of probation it is appropriate, though again, if the court has to find reasonable grounds to depart for the law on that in that regards. But in regards to Mr. Demontre Johnson in particular, just for sentencing, I would like the court to consider that he has grown up in Lansing. He has family here, a very strong family. He spends a lot of time socializing with them outside of trying to work, which he does at the moment. He wants to get on probation if that's where he's going and get settled before he actually commits to full employment, which he does see. At least he has prospects with at least 3 different companies. So I do believe that he will get full-time employment here shortly. Graduated from Sexton. He did go to LCC for a couple of years, but he says he caught the stomach flu and had to drop out. But he believes that he wants to go back there for business management. He's into fashion, maybe starting his own business. But I think he is committed to getting himself on the straight and narrow, trying to stay out of trouble. And I do believe that he will be successful at probation, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, and Mr. Johnson, you don't need to make your own statement because you have an attorney to represent you, but if you would like to state something to the court before I impose sentencing, you can do so at this time.
I was at a low point in my life, had a lot going on, and I honestly just made a mistake. I have no history as far as like getting in trouble or being a criminal, and but I accept anything you all decide to give me, and I'm just gonna own up to my responsibilities and move forward.
Thank you. At the time that this report was completed, you were unemployed. You're still currently unemployed?
Yes.
Okay, why is that?
Well, I'm working under the table, I'm working with my godfather, but I'm really unemployed still.
Okay, what are you doing for work with your
Painting.
godfather? Painting?
Just for the time being, have some type of income coming in.
Okay. Okay, so you did finish high school, is that correct?
Yes.
About 30 years old,
Yes, but
relatively young. What's your goals?
just for me, I'm the type of person, as far as my life, how I grew up in my childhood, I want to make people around me, as far as like my family, my close ones, happy. That's what makes me happy. I just want to be successful as far as what I'm doing in life to be successful. It doesn't really matter. As long as I'm being successful and my family, everybody around me is happy, I'm happy.
Right. It's nice to you just want to be successful and want to have the
I've been
people around you
very,
happy,
like-
but you got to have a plan. And you're
Yeah.
30 years old, so you're still young, but you're not so young that you shouldn't know what direction you want to go into. So you don't have any aspirations, anything you always wanted to do?
Like business management, I'm interested in that, but I've been so indecisive as far as like me going back to school to figure out what I really want to major in. Like when I was going to school, I was flip flopping this and then that. I lose interest, so then I just say, you know what, I'm just gonna work for now, try to figure out what I actually want to do.
The concern the court has is that you stated here today, you also stated at the time of your pre-sentence investigation that you were at a low point. But just based on the things that you're telling me today, I don't see that you've gotten out of that low point yet. And what is to say that you won't find yourself struggling internally again? I mean, you're currently unemployed. You still have no direction as to where you want to go. So that's why I'm asking you what's your plan and what is it that's going to drive you or cause you to be focused on something more positive. As a 30-year-old man, you need to have some goals and you need to make actions toward those goals. Okay, so that's what the court's trying to understand. The other concern the court has is, I mean, obviously you have nothing other than this on your criminal record, so you don't engage with the court or with the judicial system, at least not in the criminal sense, which is good, and we hope that you won't be back.
I just felt like I was really mentally, at a low point, and just being around my family for the last 7, 8 months, I'm thinking, I really found myself again and know that I gotta really get it back together and never fall down again.
Okay, well, when you were assessed, it says you did meet the criteria for a moderate alcohol use disorder and a moderate cannabis use disorder. Do you believe you have an issue with alcohol, sir? You're shaking your head, but I have a recorder here. She has to be able to pick up what you're saying.
Oh, sorry.
Is that a no?
Yes.
Okay. It says last time you had a drink was June 30th. Is that still accurate?
Yes.
Okay, have you decided to abstain from drinking?
Yes.
Okay. Your eyes are red today. What's going on? You're not sure?
I'm clean.
Okay. Now, the court doesn't believe that a term of probation at this point is warranted. Says you scored moderate low risk. And so again, you don't have any prior actions or interactions with the criminal justice system as a defendant. And so our hope and prayer is that you won't be back here for any activity. But I can guarantee you, sir, if you don't get some direction or some insight as to what you want to do, you could have some other low points in your life. You could start to feel stuck. You could suffer through depression. You can suffer through those even when you have some low points. But find something that you can channel your energy in a positive way. Okay? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. So, and then when you're out partying or socializing and you engage in legal activities, I think there was an issue of some pills in the car. When you do that, sir, don't drive. You can kill yourself. You can kill someone else. You can seriously disfigure yourself and have to live that way. So it's not worth it, okay? Okay, so the court's going to issue a sentence of fines and costs. You have an OWI cost recovery in the amount of $410.46 that you need to pay back to the Lansing Police Department for their time spent in responding to this matter. It's a $75 crime victim rights fee that's going to be assessed, a $50 state minimum cost. That's going to be assessed. I'm going to assess a fine of $300. So your total due is going to be $835.46. You can refer that to collection so that you can make a payment plan. They'll contact you to find out more about your financial situation and how much you can afford to pay monthly on that, okay? Your phone number is still the number ending in 8144. You're still on Eaton Rapids Road. Okay, what's your new address?
3811 Sandhurst Drive, apartment 303.
Oh, I think that is on here somewhere. Let's see. Apartment 303. Okay, Sarah, well, I encourage you to get back in school or find a trade or something that you want to do that you're passionate about. Be consistent with it, okay, sir? Do you have any questions today for the court about your fines and costs?
Can I get like a receipt or something? Technical?
Oh, they'll give you a order of judgment at some point, but they got to put it into the system, so you'll get that once it's done. That's why I have your updated address and phone number, and then collections will contact you from the number that you just confirmed to set up a payment arrangement. But your total at this point is $835.46, okay? Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you, sir.
One more question, as far as like my license, are they gonna be suspended for some amount of time, or how does that?
I have not ordered your license suspended, so I don't know what's going on with Secretary of State. According to the paperwork I had, it was not suspended. Ms. Donnelly?
Yes, the Secretary of State will be sending you, if, to the address and you have on file, they'll be sending you the suspension dates to your address.
Okay,
Okay, so does that answer your question, sir? Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Donnelly.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will see you this afternoon for the probation violation hearing.